Hey, how's it going, everybody? Jazzy of Video Store Sasquatch here, and we are finally returning for a Monday morning review here. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks since we've done one because we watched Sinner. I watched Sinners that one week and didn't do a review, and then took a couple weeks off. I went back to the drive-in tonight and saw From the World of John Wick, Ballerina, directed by Len Wiseman, starring Anna de Armas as Eve, Keanu Reeves as John Wick, Ian McShane as Winston, and Angelica Houston as the director. An assassin trained in the traditions of Ruska Roma organization sets out to seek revenge after her father's death. Honestly, this movie was, um, how do I put it nicely, well, very stylish, very cool, like effects, stuff that you definitely haven't either seen in a while or haven't seen a movie before, especially with some of the fire stuff they did. But overall, it was like it was missing a whole movie or so, in between all the fighting and stuff. So it was like maybe like, I mean, it's already a 2 hour movie, so I hate to say that like it was a short, too short, but like it was too short, and they kind of skipped over some things. I feel like glossed over things. And then I don't know, just a lot of fights. That was cool. A lot of cool like gun scenes. Just like all the John Wick movies, like they kind of remind you a little bit of Equilibrium and stuff like that, where they use like the guns as like a sword type deal, and it's close and hand to hand. It's close to being hand to hand combat with guns, which is always kind of cool. And stylistically, it looks very cool. Everything was very cool looking. The problem is you can do a movie like they're trying to do with John Wick, where you don't have to like explain a lot, and he can be a badass. And he doesn't have to talk, but like with her and what they were trying to accomplish was like kind of because John Wick, it's not like traditional like how do I say, like opener movie. You know what I mean? He's already retired and he came back for revenge through the dog. So it's not like this is like a beginning story like this is for him. So this is an introduction to a whole character, and not only is it an introduction to a whole character, but it has to build the whole character because we have to see her training and we have to see her do this and we have to see her motivations. And I feel like that is like a lot of parts that we missed. And then when we finally get to where we have to do it, the things that worked in Keanu's favor and Anna de Armas's favor is there's not a lot of action dialogue, or not a lot of dialogue for them to talk, and they kind of do the action and kind of hide some of the little things that um, kind of hide their acting, I should say. But overall, I give this movie like a C minus. I think it's a dud. I think that I expected more from this movie. Like maybe even at 2 hours, I was thinking that this movie was gonna be longer than that before going into it. So for a 2 hour movie, for me, it just wasn't gonna be enough to even think about what they would have to explain the story and then get to the story to where they got to the point to where it was at the end of this movie. There's a lot of things that kind of um, were there, and it was like three movies in one, really, with the characters. So basically, is we start. I don't really want to. And then Norman Reedus is awesome in this movie. So basically, we start off with her as a child, and we see what kind of happens that gets her into the school. And as that happens, we see her grow up and like learn to become a badass, which is cool. But it's kind of quick, and it's like just like not enough. I don't feel like. And then on top of that, after we get there, all of a sudden she's a badass, and now she's on her own, and she's going after like she's going after revenge that we don't even really kind of set upon that she would even want revenge for until like in the middle of it. So until she even says that she's gonna go out for revenge. That's what I'm saying. Like there's just like a lot going on. It's almost like too much. And then there was yeah. Then there's even supposed to be like a little shocking part in the middle part. And I don't think that that kind of hit like it was supposed to hit. Yeah, there's just a lot just kind of missed in this movie. But the one thing that did not miss was Ana de Armas's performance. The action was real. The fighting sequences were really cool. Like I mean, all the cool things that you would expect from this movie were really good. It's just kind of like a poorly developed story behind it, which is just unfortunate. I mean, it's not like John Wick had like the greatest story in the world on top of it. You know, I mean, he killed the guy. People killed his dog, and he went after them for killing the dogs. I mean, it's not like we're set up into a universe full of like great storytelling, but I think we just needed more. I think we needed like 30 minutes more of this movie just to kind of fill in certain gaps and fill in certain motivations and trainings and I don't know, maybe a better bad guy or like a bad woman or that is like more like pronounced than it is, and just more. Just we need a little bit more. But you know, I'm glad that we're like continuing on with John Wicks and we're gonna get like different stories throughout this like whole universe, this whole like style. I'm sure that as they get on, they'll work more on the story and more on substances than just the style because it's just another problem that I have. And on top of it, which I'm not going to kill it because Anna de Armas herself has the accent, is it is just it's too much again with being in Germany and some some fucking Czech and Slovakia and the weird Latvias, like countries that even um, American tourists aren't even going to go to just so that they can like catch a break for filming and stuff like this. It's just another thing to harp on for this movie to kind of like give it the same grade that I gave it. And this movie was from the book of John Wick, or from the World of John Wick, Ballerina, directed by Len Wiseman. And then stay tuned for this Thursday. We start go to our Facebook page and we start doing our action movie of the day from 1980, 1990. We start June 12th and we go through July 9th. We have just a bunch of big blockbusters from the 80s and 90s. We have a bunch of Arnold movies, a bunch of Sylvester Stallone movies. Kurt Russell's in there, Keanu Reeves, of course, and Mel Gibson and Will Smith. We get them all that we can get into this whole month. It's not a ranking system. It's nothing like that. It's not like this is like our top movies. It's just I found 28 of them. I lined them up. We're gonna put out the dates later today, or since this will be on Monday, later today, Monday. The dates of the movies, and then every day we'll post it on our Facebook page. So please join our Facebook page, and that will be on that. Comment any movie that you think should be on this list or could be on this list or what you want on this list, and we'll be looking at that and answering those. Thank you guys very much for watching, and please have a good rest of your day or night. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment your top movie picks for Throwback Thursday in the comment section, and see you next time in the cave.